Pokemon trading card game Pocket. Is it the next big TCG? Is it going to compete with the likes of Hearthstone and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and Marvel Snap? Is it going to be for Pokemon what admittedly other developers have tried in the TCG, in the digital TCG space? Is it going to, and what's the longevity like? Is it going to be competitive, good for casual? I'm gonna answer all that and more in this video. First off, not sponsored by Nintendo. Yes, the global launch isn't out. Had to use various methods to get into the game. But this is the full game. It's not a beta or half-assed in any way. This is the Pokemon Pocket TCG experience in its whole. Now, right off the top, this is a gorgeous game. You can see even the pack, the artwork on the packs here is just phenomenal. Right now, there are only this expansion, so they're calling it Genetic Apex. I'm not sure because, so my experience with the TCG physical, I played it a ton as a kid. I had plenty of different types of play TCGs, and I had a lot of Pokemon cards. I had binders full of Pokemon cards. And then back in the 2010s, early 2010s, I and a buddy of mine, we entered some local tournaments and rocked the hell out of those. Beat everybody locally. It was a lot of fun and everything, but I haven't played in clearly over a decade. I haven't even looked at a Pokemon card. I did play Legends Arceus, but as far as the actual trading cards, haven't even messed with them. So there was a lot that I remembered, and then a lot that I had forgotten about the game. And so I'm unsure whether this is an actual expansion going on right now, if it was, or whatnot. I don't know anything about it. But what I do know is you can see what's in the pack to be pulled, which is nice. So you can decide which one you want to open. It doesn't tell you rates, I don't think, drop rates or anything like that. Oh, it does have related cards, so you can see. Now, I'm not sure, because I haven't gotten any of the immersive cards, and if you haven't seen any of the trailers, their big thing is you can actually go into cards and look around in inside the card. And I've seen other people show it off, and it's basically just like if you take a picture and you go inside of it and you look around the picture. It's gorgeous, but it's not like, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still looking at it's almost more like a diorama than an actual painting. So it's going to look in 3D. But unfortunately, I don't have any of that to show off. Now, as far as opening packs, you get to open 2 a day, 1 every 12 hours. So that is how their way of ensuring that you come back to log in. You can turn the pack around, open them from the back or the front. You can choose which pack you want to open. They give you a bunch. So we're going to open this one here, and then you swipe your finger across. Bam. And you can look through what cards you got. It'll show you here, and then you get some stuff for opening a booster pack. You can see some missions at the bottom. I'll go over those in a minute. You get experience and shine dust. Shine dust is for obtaining flair, which I'll also talk about in a minute. Seems I've collected 250 cards. Ho-Ho's natural Pokédex number. It will reveal itself before a pure-hearted trainer by shining its bright rainbow-colored wings. Yeah. All right. Now, I've opened a pack, so obviously I can't open again. However, you can see this currency in the bottom left. If you have enough, which it looks like I'm almost at the end of my 12 hours, then you can hit and use that currency. You can see it in the top right, how much of that currency you have, and then in the bottom left it'll tell you how much you need in order to open another pack or make it so that, to speed the timer up for the rest of the 12 hours. So I've just been spending all my currency wildly, right? Now this is a nice touch. If you open it backwards, the cards will be backwards, and then you have to flip them over. Oh, very nice. As you can see, it doesn't say new, so that means I already had it. Pikachu EX, Magikarp, Jigglypuff, and there we go, new Pokemon. And it'll say new. You can tap to hold the bottom, and then it'll just skip through looking at every single card. But you can swipe up, and it'll put it exactly where it is in your thing, register that you've got a new Pokemon, a new unique one. Now, as far as the cards themselves, obviously it's the artwork from. So here you can see the card art is basically the card art from the actual physical cards. That don't seem to have added much difference. If they did, I don't notice anything different. I know by now there's probably a ton of different variations on art. Right now, all I've seen is one. I don't know if in the future you'll be able to obtain all art. This is a collection first game. So I imagine that they'll add alternate art. It would be an easy way to keep people interested in collecting cards that they already have. You can see EX versions of some cards. I don't know what all cards do and don't have EXs, but right now I think only major Pokemon, like legendaries and starter Pokemon, have EXs. But like for Pikachu, it's Pikachu EX, but not Raichu EX. And then for like Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, it's the Stage 2 evolutions that have the EX versions. I think Mewtwo is another EX, but I don't know that Mew has EX, etc. Now, let me go to a Pokemon here. Oh, not that one. So you'll notice that it says obtain Flare, and if you've played something like Marvel Snap, then you know what Cosmetic Flare is. Oh, okay. I don't have enough of this Pokemon. So, it seems to be based on rarity, so the more rare a Pokemon is, the more, or the fewer number that you need to exchange for rare. As you can see in the bottom left here, I need 3, and then 50 Stardust. There must be 2 of a card remaining after you do the fuse. So in order to fuse Paras, I would need 5. I fuse 3 of them together to get the Flare, and then I have 2 left over that I can put in my deck. And then the Flare is just, it shows you there, it's gold. That's what it would look like. It's showing it on the card there, so you know what it is. Pretty basic, not gonna lie. It's alright, but it's not making me personally want to go and collect the cards for the Flare. They're gonna have to do a lot better, especially, like I said, with games like Marvel Snap that do it way better. Now, as I said, I don't have any of the immersive card art, but they do have some promo cards here. Promo art. This is, I really like when the art goes to full screen and like you don't have windows behind text boxes behind boxes and stuff. And you can see like these pictures are way better than I got Squirtle up here. Yeah. So that's okay, and that's really good. But for these 3 Pokemon down here, or 4, I guess. Huh. I didn't realize I had a pencil one. So I'm not sure. Clearly they have all art already in the game. But it is the same abilities so far. I haven't seen like alternate versions, like Flying Pikachu or something. They haven't gone that crazy yet. They do have all the elements are in here. So Dragon, Metal. I didn't see Fairy, but honestly, I don't know if that's a one that's in the TCG. All I know is, so I guess I can go back into this menu. Decks. Deck building is pretty good. So you can unlock themed decks, which is basically like if you've played a physical TCG, it's a pre-made deck. I forget the term, but if you have the cards or you unlock it through the mission system, you can change everything cosmetically from your deck box, which right now is just based on element. I'm sure going forward they'll have more deck boxes. You can choose which cards in your deck to highlight, and you can choose up to 3. Accessories, you can do card sleeves, coins, and play mats. And then energy. Energy is, so I'll talk more about that when I go into the battle system, but Pokemon need energy to do attacks. And, excuse me, what you're selecting here is what energy gets generated. So you don't put energy into your deck. Energy is randomly generated 1 per turn, unless you play something that does something else. But it's 1 per turn, and then you decide what energies get. So I can do just grass, or I can do grass and lightning, or I can do grass, lightning, and psychic. Looks like you can only do up to 3. So that tells you can only have a tri, up to a tri-color deck. Since colorless doesn't count as a energy type. But you can see here they've got darkness and metal. So yeah. So here you can see a deck. You can have up to 20 cards. It's down from the 40 because you're not adding in energy. Yeah. I'm not sure if you can add Pokemon of an element type that you don't, your deck isn't generating the energy for. I imagine you can, because I was able to slot in a stage 2 Pokemon that I didn't have a stage, or didn't have a basic 4, and it didn't give me an error. So be careful on that. Know what, I'm not going to go into details on how Pokemon actually works, but you can see up in the top left requirements you need for any cards that you have. And it'll teach you a lot of, it'll teach you everything you need to know. So there's a good tutorial on the cards themselves. The tutorial is, it's great. So here's the missions. Daily missions, and you can hit complete all, which I will here. Is basically just do all your stuff. So obtain this, open some packs, and blah blah blah. You can only do, I think, 3 daily missions. It looks like you don't do all the daily missions that pop up. You just choose 3 to do, and you see how simple it is to get those done. I've done it in no time. So then you have the Pokédex, which is obviously just filling up the Pokédex. That's pretty much it. So these are decks that you can unlock through missions. and you want to get the highlight card. And what these are is when you go into battle, you can rent decks. You can rent a deck to play. So say you don't have, because it is collection first, you may not have enough cards to make the type of deck that you want, but then you can just rent a deck. You only have so many so the decks, you can rent them, and this tells you the requirements you need to unlock them for renting. You can either collect the highlight card for the deck. So for this one, it's Venusaur EX. You have to get, and then there it shows you there's the base art or the alternate fancy art. And then you can also do it by just unlocking the deck, all the cards in the deck, rather. And yeah, so there are also premium missions that you can unlock. And in order to do that, you have to unlock this subscription pass, which is $9 a month. It's your typical battle pass, but I don't know if it's like a battle pass where you gain things, or it's just you have to complete the missions in order to gain stuff. Like usually you just gain experience, level up on the battle pass track, and then get to wherever you get at the end of the month, and then it resets. This one looks like it's just unlocks missions for you to do. It also, the battle pass does give you an extra pack that you can open every day. So instead of being able to open 2, you can open 3, and I'm not sure what the timer on that is, because for 2 it's every 12 hours, so for 3 it's every, I don't know, do 24 divided by 3. I honestly don't know. There are themed collections, and those give you rewards as well. The currency, there's these hourglass things for opening packs. Wonder Pick is a thing that you can just pull a card, or you have a chance to pull a card that somebody else pulled, so you look and you go, oh, I want a chance to pull this Charmander. So you go, okay, I'll click it. I'll use one Wonder currency, whatever it is, and you can get currency to refill that Wonder stamina, I guess. And it's just a way to try and, oh, here's a social feature. They do have where you can look at people's stuff. So how do you get to your friend? There we go. So it's got popular showcases, and you can look at people's stuff. So I could look at that and see, whatever this person has. Or I can go to my friend and say, hey, what do you have? And he's got a Gyarados. And it's like, oh, that's pretty badass. And that's what he's got on display. Apart from that, there's the shop. And you can, at no cost, you get this every day. And it gives you a bit of currency. There's another currency you can exchange for more currencies. So it's shop currency to exchange for more currencies to get, more stuff. You can also exchange it for very, very basic cards, or card sleeves or album covers, things like that. You can get emblems. These are special. You need special tickets, but as you can see, I don't have any of those. I'm not even sure how you unlock those. And then there's another tab which I haven't unlocked. There's the premium pass. I don't have it. It does give you a 2-week free trial of it, but it's not available outside of New Zealand right now. There is Poké Gold, which is like you can purchase that and then use that in place of other currencies. So right now, Oh no, right? Yeah. If I wanted to open a pack, it would tell me I needed to use 10 of those plus 1 Poke Gold to make up for, so I guess it's 1 gold per currency, but it is paid. So trading is coming soon. I can go actually to my friends and see what they've got. Speaking of that, you can click on yourself. You can put emblems down, which I don't have any. You can feature a card. That seems to be locked right now. And then there's trophies you can get. And they upgrade as you do more in that category. So this one's for boosters. This one here is for collecting darkness, colorless. You can see all of that. This one is for winning battles versus in solo. And yeah, that's pretty much it as far as you can thank people after you get a card from the Wonder Pick, and then they get a shop currency. And that's it. So that's the tip board. Now, beyond that, and what I have a major gripe with is, yes, the cards, I don't know, they just chose some. I don't know how they chose the Pokemon they chose, but whatever. It seems to be in this genetic expansion, which I believe is an actual expansion that was in, either was or is in stores, right? So going into battle, now you can definitely tell that Pokemon is not a game worried about balance. What do I mean by that? Well, I have so far only done solo battles. And you go in and you choose, and it's like, it's got a deck that you'll play against, and then if you click on the deck, it'll give you some like objectives that you need to complete to get extra stuff, then you hit battle, blah, blah, blah. As you go into harder and harder things, it gives you more and more things to do, which is nice. And then you can go over here to versus, and you can actually go against somebody. Private match is locked for me right now. These things that are locked, they'll unlock once I upgrade my account. Things are always unlocking. And then you can do random match, which is just against anybody. There's no ranked match, and I'm not sure if they will be doing ranked match. You can choose your deck. If I had unlocked the theme deck, I could use that. Rental decks, see how it says 8 of 10. I've used it a couple of times because I can't seem to get fighting type Pokemon. And it'll be like beat with a fighting type Pokemon. That's darkness, but you get the idea. Here it is. Knockout one time with a... So, my problem comes in the way of balance. This is not going to be a game that you want to take seriously competitively, and that's fine. But once you get past all of this, like I've gone through, I've collected my dailies. What else is there for me to do but battle? And battles just are an RNG fest. So, right here, this Pokemon takes 2 energy to do 40 damage. Cool. While this Pokemon, all the way down, where's Raticate? Raticate 1 energy to do 40 damage. Now, granted, it is a level 2, but by your second turn, you could already be evolved, and it's a lot of snowball. So, if you look at, let's just take Meltan here, for instance. Take an energy from your energy zone and attach it to a Pokemon. That is a way for you to get free energy. But you have to use a metal energy, and you have to, there's no attacking. So you're going to get walloped on, say 40 damage, so you're dead in 2 turns, to beef up something on your bench, which, if you don't know how Pokemon battles go, you have 1 active Pokemon, 3 bench Pokemon. First to knock out 3 Pokemon in this, first to knock out 3 Pokemon wins. So, automatically, you are either using this 1 turn and then retreating back to your bench, or you're using it 2 turns, getting knocked out, and your opponent gets a prize. It's just not balanced. Here is one energy, 10 attack, like 10 damage. This is 1 energy, 10 damage, and draw a card. Cool. It just sucks. Here is 1 energy, 30 damage, discard a fire energy from this Pokemon. And it's like, what is the standard? What is the baseline? And this is just the basic Pokemon. You've got wildly strong. I don't know if I have. Yeah, it's Zapdos. So this attack does 30 damage to one of your benched Pokemon. Alright, seems fair. Does 100 damage. That's a lot. But this one, 100 damage. That's it. It can do 60 more damage if you have 5 water energy. And that's it. And until you get there, you can still do 40 damage. It's like, alright, I guess. Or, this one, it just does 30 damage for each of your benched Pokemon. So up to 90 damage. And that's it, there's no drawback. So why would I use that over some other things, right? Why would I use that over this where you have to flip coins and then possibly do 40 damage? Not guaranteed, possibly. Or seeking, right? Flip a coin. Could do 80 damage, could do nothing. That's it. It's not balanced. None of that is balanced. Not a single bit of it. So, it ends up just being whoever gets the draw first, right? Whoever gets the nut first. There's a guaranteed Pokemon in every starting hand, I guess. What I read online yesterday. I didn't see that in the game, but it makes sense. I've never drawn without a starting hand without. So let's go Psyduck, put Goldeen on the bench, and then you can see start battle. Maybe it'll populate. Yeah, okay. You can see my name at the bottom. Got 3 holes, if you will. Those will fill in as I destroy my opponent's Pokemon. You can use any number of item cards on your turn. I think you can only use 1 supporter a turn. Supporters are people, and item cards are items. So that's that. You generate 1 energy a turn. It'll be right here. But if you go first, which you did, you don't generate energy. So going second is just wildly better. This is the AI, so they decided to F themselves, which is great. I'm just going to place that there. Oh. There we go. And you can see, now that I have an energy, I can retreat, which does cost energy. I do have a item card that allows me to retreat for 3, or for 1 less, because everything's not the same. Now, Pokemon have weaknesses and whatnot, so this is why I chose Water Deck, because Growlithe here will have plus 20 damage from all water attacks. So I use Offer Edge, which could have killed it anyways, but now it does 90 damage. So, and you can see, 1, and now I've got a 1 damage. And that's it. I don't know what this AI is trying to do. Here we go. Not to say that it isn't fun, right? But this game is going to be wild enough. Why would I play this game? And just why? What is the reason that I would play this game? Kids will play this game for sure, right? Anybody who like is a diehard Pokemon fan, great. Being able to collect But this is not a game that you're just gonna spend a ton of time on. Oh, lovely. Yeah, that's no good. No good, no good, no good. So battles could snowball. Hard. Not to say that there is some. Oh, see? Perfect shot. Which one? It's an all or nothing. Which, to be fair, I will one-shot them if I get it off. But if I don't kill them in this turn, then I'm done. So let's see. Yep, that's it. I lose that Pokemon. And it's just like, I forgot how much Pokemon relies on the coin flip, which, I don't know, it was cool back in the day. I don't think that it holds up anymore. I just don't. Especially now that you don't have to oh yeah, okay, I can do this. Right. And then do the bench. Now that you generate energy every turn, it becomes easier to get these Pokemon in positions where they just dominate. So that's it. That's it. There's absolutely no way that I win this. Yep. That's it. Nothing I can do. When you look at this Pokemon, I think he discards 2 fire for using that attack. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter. And there, I lost. Right. I don't know. My draws didn't pan out, I guess. It's just not a game that is balanced at all. So don't go into it thinking like it's not going to. Is it going to take over from Marvel Snap or Hearthstone? Or no, it's not. Every game that comes out has its dedicated fan base. I'm sure this will, but I don't know. For me personally, I like a card game that I can go in and I can confidently make a deck and say this deck is going to be able to hold on its own. And right now, with some of the things that they have implemented, like I know I was seeing circulating around, there's already decks in the online versus that just features one Pokemon. And why? Because that one Pokemon is what you guarantee in hand. You put him in, you can get him powered up, and then just stomp your opponent. And that's it. Then your opponent can't beat it unless they have, like, they don't have a 50, like, they just don't have the means to beat it. Unless they employ some cheap strategy in the same way. Like, they're just, it becomes cheap, really. A lot of stuff that can be, let's go through the collection and look at cards. And was it this one? Yeah, so it doesn't matter that it does damage to your bench, because who the fuck cares if you have no bench, right? And if you go second, then you can automatically be ahead on energy, and whoever goes second just wins. That's just how it is, because you're ahead on energy. Something like this, if heads, your opponent is paralyzed, and status elements in this game are wild. When things are doing so much damage, and then paralyzed, and you can't attack, or poisoned, and you're getting more damage. And, when you have 70 health, and something does 60 damage, and then you're poisoned, and bloop, there you go. So, I don't know. It's too swingy. It favors second play. Whoever goes second. Now, I don't know. That's it. Like, that's the game. The whole thing about, oh, you can go into cards and stuff. I haven't gotten one yet. Whether I get one or not, I don't know. But even I open something like this and I'm like, cool, that looks nice. And then, I don't know. It's a lot of style over substance. And what is there stylistically is okay. It's alright art, right? But it's not like mind-blowing or anything. Like, it's not, and certainly it's nothing we haven't seen before. Like, you know, it's no different than if you just did a Google search for Blastoise art or something. Which I guess the same could be said for everything, but you know, a game like Marvel Snap, for instance, is they are employing new art as well as established art. This is only going on established art so far. I'm sure, or at least I hope, that in the future they'll do, you know, exclusive art for this game. Oh, I should back that up. From what I've seen, the immersive cards, the ones that you can actually go in that look like a diorama or whatever, those do utilize new art, right? But I don't know what cards those are for. I don't know what the rarity is on that. That's the whole point in is opening packs and whatnot. But it's more of a game, kind of like even less than Pokemon Go, where Pokemon Go you would go around and you had the walking aspect and the getting together with friends and, oh, here's a Pokemon stop and whatnot. With this, it's like, okay, I'll get in, I'll do my daily missions, takes me no time at all, then I'm back off the app. That's kind of what it feels like it's going to be. Yes, you can do battles. Yes, battles will earn you stuff, but not at a rate that, like, you could theoretically skip all the battles, get in, open your 2 or 3 packs a day, and just treat it as a collectible game and be done. Now, my hope is that they balance the game. I doubt it. When I look at these cards, I think back, this is almost 1-for-1, if not 1-for-1, with the card game in terms of, you know, eradicate 1 energy, 40 damage. Alright, cool. It takes nothing to evolve. Like, you just literally lay 1 card on top of another. Bam. You don't need anything special. So, like, you can get all that in opening hand by turn 2. Now you're doing 40 damage. You're knocking out basic Pokemon like that. If your opponent can't keep up energy-wise. And, yeah, I don't know. So, the way I feel about it is, there's a lot of hype surrounding it, but don't go into it thinking there's deep water. It is very shallow. What you see on the surface, what you've seen in the trailers, that's it. Collect a few cards, look at them. Oh, that's pretty. Put it back. Like, there's nothing there. It's not going to be a competitive game. It's not going to be the Hearthstone, the Magic the Gathering Arena. It's not even going to be the Marvel Snap. I doubt they're going to do extra game modes. They've got already social aspects implemented with trading coming soon, so you'll be able to say, hey, you got an oddish? I want an oddish, blah, blah, blah. I'll trade you a Haunter, you know, what have you. And that's cool and all, and you will be able to make functioning decks, don't get me wrong. But as far as talking about the meta and what's competitive, and this is not going to be a competitive TCG. And they weren't looking to make it a competitive TCG, but I really wish that there was some substance, some balance, is all. So, I'm just saying, style over substance for sure. Yeah. that's really all I got. That's the game. It's not out yet, but there are videos where you can, that'll teach you how to install the APK and the VPN and all that you need to play it. But I honestly wouldn't worry about rushing into it. Even if people have cards, I know people are like, I'm collection complete already in this game. Yeah, big whoop. Like, you still need to, even if you get every card, you still need to then collect the cards multiple times to get the flares, and even those don't look great. There's that. Then there's getting the alt art cards, because I don't know how many cards do have alt art or EX forms or what have you. So, no rush. Treat it like the casual game that it is. Don't expect too much, and you should be happy, especially if you're a Pokemon fan. Like and subscribe, and I will be posting if I do get like cool stuff in the game. I also post other TCG and whatnot. I'm actually going to be moving into Sparking Zero coming this month, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.